So dogs live in a lower dimensional consciousness than humans. And what I mean by that is simply that what dogs are aware of and the wisdom that they have and their understanding of their own reality. They live on Earth, but they don't have the same reality as humans. They have a lower dimensional consciousness than humans. In a nutshell, we have an ego, and we have a thinking mind, and we have vocabulary. We have higher communication, higher thinking, and we control this whole domain. They know that, but they know that they don't have that. So one of the fastest ways to train your dog is to harmonize to them and then lead them, which is simple to say, but you need an understanding of how they view the reality. So when I go into any client's home, and the way that I relate to my dog and dogs that come into my home, and the way that I relate to dogs in public is I'm thinking about territory intelligence. This is cued into their sense of fear and their sense of safety. So they're always thinking that. That's why a lot of dogs are reactive and aggressive, or reactive and fleeing at simple things, and we don't understand that. So we don't understand how to respond to that in a way that neutralizes what they're feeling by tapping into their consciousness. And so I do that in a few ways. And one way is just being aware of the territory the way that they would, which means I'm not going to walk in straight lines towards any object, towards any person, because straight line motion is something that all animals avoid. They always meander, or they go in curves, they stop, they turn their body, they duck, they look. The way that they stand off to the side. All of these gestures are essentially trust technique. What the trust technique, which I'm not certified in, which is what the trust technique operates within. And in my language, they're calming signals. Calming signals are actions that create emotions inside the other dog. So that's interesting because that is a clue to their reality. Since they don't have the ego, they operate within a unity field of consciousness. That field is easily observed when you see a group of dogs calm together. Watch the way their bodies are stacked. They're always stacked in like a U shape so that they can all see the territory and watch each other's backs and lay in a position so that they're not directly looking at any dog. So one of the ways that I come in and influence dogs and meld my consciousness right into theirs, subdue them, make them feel safe, is by moving towards them in meandering ways and in calming signal fashion, and also having this scanning of the territory. Pause. Also, how do you relate to resources? How do you position your body over the tennis ball, or around the rope, or around the toy or the dirty sock that is causing your dog tremendous desire? These objects your dogs are going to desire, and that's going to be a sort of trigger. That's the trigger of excitement. And other things, the way that other objects, especially ones that are coming at you in a straight line, you just reverse body language to become assertive. It's when you take the resources, you're doing that now in a protective way for the dogs that are scared. And this is going to make all situations a situation where you're expressing a loving, parenting, wise, protective leadership role. Okay, so that is the mindset of a peaceful alpha. Sure, you're coming in and you're claiming the resources and you're operating like the kingpin around them, and you're always in charge of the territory. Yeah, these two things you're taking. You're taking these things. You're not giving your dog the option or the choice of these things. You're coming in and you're taking them. That is the mindset of the peaceful alpha. But the way that you govern these is with so much love, with generosity, with compassion. I think that's the key that gets mixed a lot when the word alpha comes out. Is the assumption is that it's bad, but in this case, what you're doing is you're doing this, and many times you're feeling courageous when you have to do something. Instead of being scared, you have to kind of step up into situations and take actions to communicate back to your dog, okay, things are safe. So it's you standing still or doing nothing is most commonly the action that is taken, and that's actually an inaction, and that's a beta move. Sorry, I'm shaking here a lot. So initially, the initial excitement of this video is to talk about melding consciousness. And that's what a peaceful alpha is accomplishing, is melding their consciousness to the unity field that their dog operates within. So you're becoming aware of a lower dimensional reality, and you're integrating your own mind into your dog's reality. That becomes an automatic thing. Thinking about territory, moving through territory, it just becomes more graceful in how you move. That's how it shows up. Always a good thing. So in short, dogs have a completely different consciousness, a different dimensional reality, and when you understand it and you tune into it, your consciousness melds with them. So a lot of your actions do the talking. That is the final thought on becoming the peaceful alpha that your dog needs and respects, which is always a topic of passion of mine. So thank you for tuning in and listening to this. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, send it to a friend, and I will have another one out for you soon.